Good morning, Libras. Thanks for hopping on board the Libra Love Boat. You know, I just always love having you. Hope you're doing well. Keeping warm. And I also hope you're outside enjoying that crisp autumn air. Because there's a lot of scammers out there, I've got to probably start putting the date, telling you what date this is going to be for. And it'll be for October 18th, 2025. Okay? Alrighty. I'm going to start out with some oracle cards just to kind of set the tone here. You've been finding somebody, a person in your energy, of course, and finding them acting weird. And that equals fake to you. It's like something weird, you got a feeling they're faking something. Something ain't right. This person could be rather stressed out by their present circumstances. You may know little or nothing of this. You might be trying to hide this, but their finances could be stretched out. They could have been hit with something sudden that they weren't really prepared for. So they could be stressed out over something like that. Maybe that's part of their weirdness. Yeah. Someone you don't expect has feelings for you. Now, if you expect this person doesn't have feelings for you, maybe they're the person. But maybe there's someone else around that you don't expect that has feelings for you. Oh, okay. Could be someone in your energy here. Probably the person you've been dealing with. They deny your attention. They like you, but they like being free more, it looks like. And that's how they feel right now. They do love you physically, though. Yes, they do. They love your appearance. And that's their attraction, so far as I can tell. That's the attraction. This person could be living with a monster. Not literally living with them in the same house, but dealing with someone daily or in their environment, in their presence that's just, they think is just horrible. And it might have to do with something with these finances. Someone may be using them for their money. Or they feel like they're bound to some kind of contract that they have to fulfill, and it's hurting them financially, rocking their stability. Yeah, this person has feelings for you, but they're giving you the cold shoulder, aren't they? Still, this could be someone new, too. We'll find out. This person could be relatively new. I don't know, but I'm feeling new. Now you're feeling spiritual and intuitive. Maybe the big planetary shift and the moons and all the energy that we're feeling right now in the universe may have elevated you or raised you up in your spirituality. Your intuition's on fire right now. Well, I'll take a few more of these. Before we start on the tarot. They might have spoken of others, rubbed other people in your face, and it really rubbed you the wrong way, Libra. They might have thought they were just being cute or, but it rubbed you the wrong way. Severely. I don't think you were jealous, I just think it hurt your feelings. And then this thing, they left without closure. You didn't hear from them. They could be ghosting you right now. Or it could be over. We'll find out when we read the tarot. This is just a little teaser. Oh, yeah, okay. This person was giving you the cold shoulder, so you gave them the taste of their own medicine. You went cold on them too. Your spirituality had something to do with it. Your new downloads or your new elevation, you know. You've elevated. Okay, there it is. I knew it. I just felt it. New person. Well, this is a new person, not the same person that's in your energy, that's giving you the cold shoulder and has all this stress and deals with finances and all that. I think you ran out of patience with this person. Especially, this maybe really sticks in your mind. They may have told you about other sexual encounters that they've had in the past. And that just really, you know, the way they spoke about him and everything, it was just like, are you kidding me? You know? And why are you even telling me this? You know? Or you picked up on some of that, read a little bit more between the lines because of your intuition here and just went, hey, this person's telling me something they shouldn't be telling me. They're opening up the dark side of their past as if it was cute, as if they were going to get more attention from me or something, or make me jealous or something. You saw the red flags, you just went, no, this person, they could be talking about me like this next. You know? But you got a new person coming in. They're honest. And they are lovable. Lovable means that they're worthy of your love because they're going to give some love back to help refill that cup that you just spill out all over the place, don't you, Libra? You just can't help it. You just got so much love in you, it just boils over, just spills over the cup. And then you get sad and you wonder why people don't reciprocate, because people aren't all like you. In fact, there's very few people like you. Most people are cold, they're resistant, they have mental hang-ups and emotional triggers and all that. You seem to be a lot less restrained with your love. Just want to make everybody happy. When somebody rubs their past or tries to make you jealous by speaking about other experiences with other people, I think that's just painful for you, and you don't understand that kind of crap. So let's see what you're doing. Let's see what you're doing. I got an idea what you're doing, but let's see what the cards say. Yeah. Whoa, you got that love, and you're feeling a soulmate here. It's always a soulmate, isn't it? No. This time it's a false soulmate. It looks like somebody that you had great high hopes for, but now you're not feeling it. There could still be a spiritual connection here. But this person hurt you, and we'll find out. We'll find out. You're moving ahead. You've got ambition. Yeah, and drive. And you're moving in a direction that the universe is meant for you. It's more like, it's kind of like now you're becoming who you were meant to be. I think it has to do with this heavy spiritual uplift that we've received through the cosmos. Here this month is particularly heavy, A lot of karma being passed around, a lot of endings and better new starts. Yeah, I think you're just tired of people not being vulnerable with you or showing you the love that you give. Yeah, you know what? You're looking at other options now. You may have been in a state of confusion before you had your awakening, and you've realized that you want somebody who's as vulnerable as you are, so you can really get romantic, really get into it, and both enjoy the feeling together. Not someone who's giving you the cold shoulder, trying to play games with you. Yeah, acting weird around you. Finally, you realize that their weirdness was actually a fake performance. This person could have been just wearing a mask the whole time you knew him. Okay. Yeah, well, you're looking at your options now. And let's see what this person's doing. What are they doing? They're standing in their power. I think they'll talk. See some communication here, maybe even a little bit of truth. But there's no, let's see. I gotta keep going. Gotta keep adding cards. Yeah, they're feeling left out in the cold. They want to talk. They think that you're dealing with someone else. And you very well may be, because you have the Seven of Cups over here. You've been under an illusion, and now you're looking at your options. You've realized something. Realize that you've been played or hornswoggled again, But you better turn the table on this person. Let's see what happens. They think you're going out with somebody. Or you're dealing with other people. Like I say, you might be. They want a fresh beginning. I think they want to talk to you about it. They want to compromise here in some manner. Yeah. They know it's going to take some type. They're going to have to open up. They're going to have to take this chip off their shoulder, chip of ice, and lay their cards out on the table here. Now that they're getting jealous or getting upset that you're dealing with someone else, they want a fresh start because they do see you as their happiness. Yeah, they do. I know you may not believe it, but that's what the cards are saying. Now, there's a little fear here. There's fear of rejection, as usual. You come back to somebody after you've treated them like hell. Of course, you're going to feel like you're going to get rejected. But this Page of Cups in reverse, they know they need to apologize. They know they look small in your eyes now. They don't want to get rejected. So they might just be, holding out for a while before they come in. But looks like they better hurry up because looks like their vision or their intuition is telling them the truth. You might have told this person, hey, I don't want to be tied down like this. I can't wait forever. You're not telling me anything. You're not showing me a vision of the future here. So, I got to move on. I got to be free. You go do your thing, I'll go do mine. You might have done something like that. Well, let's see what's between you. You've both been feeling a little bit guilty for some reason here. Wondering what your roles were, and you're going over, in your mind, not being able to sleep, kind of restless, getting some kind of chemical high from pain or I don't know. Something's keeping you both, in the same energy here of guilt and despair and I don't know about you so much, but they are. They acted like they didn't care about you, but in reality they do. They see the potential here. They want a brand new start. But do they want to change? Looks like they know they have to compromise to balance this situation out. But you know, they're fragile in a way. You got to watch what you say around this person because they bolt. They won't hear it. They'll just clam up on you and probably ghost you or something. So you're looking at it as you want this thing to grow. You've invested in it. Yeah. I think you're both healing. I'm trying to read the mutual cards, the feelings that you have between you. I mean, the ones that are similar. And it looks like you're both healing. You're both in need of healing. You both feel a little bit guilty about what went down. Them especially. You're just being more sensitive about it. You're being, more heartfelt. Your heart is hurting more than this person's heart. Because like I say, they're kind of cold, but they're feeling guilty. They may not want to take the blame, but they know they're going to have to compromise in some way. Both of you have time and energy invested into this relationship. You both wanted something to grow, but now you're feeling that maybe it won't grow. Because you're both healing. Maybe this thing happened too soon. You didn't give it enough time. You weren't patient enough about it. Now I suspected you weren't the one that was patient enough, Libra, because your heart was overflowing with love and you couldn't get the reciprocation. And you did wait. You did wait. But maybe you didn't have quite enough patience. You may be feeling a little guilty over that. I wouldn't. If that's what's making you feel guilty because you didn't wait for him, giving him enough time or whatever, I wouldn't feel guilty over that at all. This person was cold to you. How long do they expect you to wait? You don't wait unless you have a darn good reason. And this person didn't give any reason to wait. In fact, they were kind of pushing you away, it looked like, for fun, like it was teasing you or getting control over you, your emotions or something. This person, I get a bad vibe from this, from what's been going on here. Yeah. You're feeling like you don't want to work on this anymore. You don't want to put any more energy towards this. You'd rather look at some other options here, maybe get out and have some fun. Try and, wash this energy out of your hair. They know if they don't come in with some sort of apology or, I don't know, I think you're just going to see through their bullshit. The apology is going to be weak, and you're going to feel like, I don't want to work on this anymore because this person's still not coming across as a king or a queen or an empress. They're still a page of cups in reverse. They're going to try and be sweet, maybe sweet talk you. They got feelings for you, but those feelings look like they're buried deep. Now, I'm going to switch decks, see if I can get some more confirmation on this. Okay. I feel this person, even though it might sound unbelievable to you, they've become kind of codependent on your energy. And they think about you all the time. Then, of course, they're watching you wherever they can, on the internet or whatever. They had plans. They actually had plans. And that's why patience could have been the answer to this connection. They had plans. They don't see those plans following through with you now, though. They might have had plans to partner up with you in a business or travel with you. You know, they saw this partnership here. But, you know, they go in their head. They could have ghosted you. They could have been silent for quite some time. But they've been in their head. But you know what? They're coming up with... They've kind of seen the light here. Maybe this time they spent in the Nine of Swords in reverse pushed them along. Or the thought, the idea that you're with someone else now. And how they haven't, you know, risen up to your energy or risen up to your level to where they need to be. They realize this. They've seen the light. They've discovered it. They went within. They've been quiet. So I think if you have been ghosted by this person or whatever, you haven't heard from them, it's because a lot of it, well, they're dealing with financial issues and a lot of stress in their life. But the other reason is because they've been dwelling on their feelings, what they should do. You know, they want to come back. They want to offer you something, you know, an apology or something, but they don't have much hope. They don't have a lot of hope. This person could be insecure in many ways. Ah, and there's the Tower. Okay. They know, yes they do. And this is probably coming in for them in their psyche. After being in the Hermit in reverse and feeling this powerful draw towards you, they could be obsessing about you. Or obsessing over what they've lost or what they need to do to get you back. And then bam! The big shock, the big awakening here. I gotta look at this some more. Big shock, big awakening. The world just this tower could either be good or bad. You know, this could have been a crushing. They could have had some type of illumination, enlightenment, and this could have just been. All that could have just come crashing down on this person. Realizing a lot about themselves, what they've done, who they are, how this all came about. Let's see here. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Whew. This person's going through the Ten of Swords. That's why they were hermetizing. They were trying to heal. They were trying to absorb that pain. You know, pain is the teacher. So when they came out of this, or during this, bam, they're being wised up. I think they're being wised up to themselves. To what's been going on. Why they've been, you know, treating you this way. Someone who spilled so much love onto them. They're becoming conscious. They're becoming aware. This big shock moment. Put them in the Ten of Swords, really. You know, it's like someone that was going around in their own fantasy, their own illusion, their own world that they created, and that's what they live within. All of a sudden, that world just cracked open like an egg. And they could see, and they could understand, but it was very, very, very painful for them to understand. They're learning a big lesson. This has got to be karmic lesson. They want to come back. They want to get back in your energy. They miss you. They know they've deceived you. They know that's what this tower is about. They know. They realize. And this realization pained them. It might have pained them to realize how much they hurt you. Anyway, they had a tower. They had a moment in their mind. Whether it's going to change them or not for good, I don't know. But they were really struck with maybe something you said or wrote to them or something like that. They couldn't sleep. It just caused them a tower moment. Queen of Wands in the upright. Page of Swords. Yeah. They see you as somebody very attractive here. They're attached to that energy. It's your vibrancy. It's your passion, your drive, Queen of Wands, she usually gets what this is men or women, doesn't matter. No gender in the cards. But Queen of Wands usually gets whatever she goes after. I mean, if she wants it, she gets it. She can use her charm, her beauty, humor, anything. And that's what this person thinks you're doing. They find you very attractive, very charismatic, and gorgeous. So they believe that you're out there attracting attention now. And I think that's just tearing them up, because they really liked all that love that you poured onto them, and they don't want to lose that. And now, just the thought of you pouring your love onto somebody else, the love that they enjoyed so much, that's tearing them up. There's the Temperance card again. Yeah, they're trying to rebalance the situation. They're trying to pull their energy back together after this tower moment and this 9 of Swords, or 10 of Swords over here. Now there's a lot of pain, a lot of truth that's been concealed. They have secrets. They know this. They might... Man. I'll tell you this right now. They've discovered a lot about themselves. It looks like they want to heal. That they're going to change. That they're trying to heal. They're trying to come together, get themselves back together after this big shock. They're trying to be content. They might even be praying, going to their higher power for answers. More answers. Now you're in your kind of a comfort zone. Yeah, you're standing your ground. You have everything you need, basically. You might be a little arrogant, a little bit in your ego, but by God, you're holding down the fort. But you have a dream, you have a wish, and this is the card where wishes come true, dreams come true. You have 9 cups here. You're only missing that one last cup to get to your 10 of cups. That might be your dream. Getting that last cup and having a full, complete, abundant life. But you're not settling for just anything. You're sitting here, you got your arms folded, being stubborn. And you don't want anybody to upset your apple cart. Nope. You're being guarded. And this person knows if they can come back, they'll feel a lot better. They're very anxious, upset now. But they realize if you let them back, and they could probably tell you some truth, because there's swords all over here. I mean, if they know they gotta come clean. They just don't have a chance unless they come clean here. They want this new beginning. They're going to have to work for it. They're going to have to expose some things. They're coming in slow. You feel it. You know it. You want somebody who's steady, meticulous, grounded. You're okay in your independence. You're just fine. You're probably creating something new on your own. Kind of looks like that. Yep, just confirmation. They definitely think you're dealing with somebody else. You feel like you should move on. If you do, your life will straighten out. It looks like you got good things coming for you. People are admiring you, looking at your work, whatever you do. You don't think, it's been too slow. You've waited for this person, waited and waited. You can't. You can't stymie your life. You needed to get out. You need to get out and have some fun, enjoy yourself. Yeah. This pentacle is just coming in way too slow. Now you got, here they come. Do. Knight of Pentacles. Could be a good person, okay, but you can't wait. There's something messed up in their life and it's screwing you over. So your Ace of Pentacles is in reverse too. They're just coming in with their offers or whatever. Too slow. You're waiting for offers and they're not showing up. Okay. Yeah, you know everything. You know what's going on with this person. They know what's going on with themselves too. So it's really funny. Both of you know what's going on with your intuition and just experience, just being with this person. You know what's going on, but I don't know what the conclusion is yet. Running out of time on my clock. Well, Libra, my camera did shut down on me. Just as I was racing to finish the reading here, just want to let you know that there is something toxic about this relationship. You both feel it. You both know it. It could just be a karmic test or an experience for both of you. They do want to come in. They do feel like they need to apologize. I think they understand that they were the problem. They've had this big tower moment and they really went into a lot of pain over that. Something that happened between you that just shocked them. You might know what that is. Maybe we'll find out more next time. Until then, I love you, Libras, and peace and love to you.